All right, so we are going to be loading into our TvP. And I honestly have a feeling like that whoever wins this is going to be on track to potentially make it to the finals.
Oh, potentially.
I think there's a pretty good chance for either of these players, but we shall see what the result of that will be as we load into game number 1 of this best of 3 series on Eternal Empire, L-E-E-L-E-Ile. We're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top right-hand corner map. The orange Terran player coming out from South Korea. He is going to be playing for Team NV. We have Bonnie.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team GDA, or GDA team, I guess. It is GyulzzinG.
Now, before I get into my other point, Seal is whatchamacallit asking if there are keys in the background.
What?
I don't know. He hears keys. It might be his head. It's like your neighbor or something. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. Seal, sometimes he hears stuff.
Nah, I think after the game, yeah. You know what? I need to stop that.
Right. Okay.
There are keys in front of me. Yes.
Right.
I was confused because I thought he meant like keyboard keys, and I was like, what? Yes, I type. Yes. I was like, yes. All right.
That's how we announce the results. But yeah, the thing I was gonna say was I do believe that NV does have an official acronym, but every time I see it, I just want to say, yes, Team New Vegas.
Yeah, I always feel bad whenever I know Steel started a bit when it comes to like trying to figure out what GDA stands for. I always feel bad because I know like Legend, he pops up in the chat and he's like, guys, like it's just the letters.
It's just GDA.
Like it's just GDA team.
Like, but what does it mean?
Yeah, you're like, well, what does it mean though? And it's like it's just letters.
But what's the meaning of the letters? And he's like, it's the letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, right, it's Galgadat.
Yeah. To be fair, I think he did recently say that it does stand for something. It's just in French, and he hasn't said what exactly it is because we'd probably mispronounce
it. Doesn't translate well in English.
Because we'd probably mispronounce it. And the English translator wouldn't be those letters either. Yeah. So it's we'll get it eventually, maybe. we'll just call it GDA. It's fine
until eventually he cracks it. He's like, fine. It stands for Jean der Armee. Gendarme.
I think regardless, it's really cool that GyulzzinG did get onto a team. He's a player who has been around for years, since I think he started competing in 2013, 2014. And it's really cool to see him,
Switch.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, I don't mean he was a Kessler player that switched over. I mean it was around that era.
Yeah, he's been playing for a long time, and it's cool to see him on a team. He's a player that has been progressively getting better and better. We'll see if maybe being on a team helps motivate him to finally break out, and be the next Prince, someone who is able to qualify for GSL.
That's all thanks to GP. And also some other players on Alpha X, like Estrella or Sound. Hopefully, as you were saying, hopefully it's a similar thing with GyulzzinG here. Which, I mean, it's honestly a little unfortunate. GyulzzinG, as you said, around for so long. I think if you hear that name, you're like, I've heard of that player, but you can't really... I don't think a lot of people will be able to give you any details on them, what was your highest placing and in which tournament, what's your play style, how do they like to play and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, now we're in 2020. We're starting to see him a lot more in online cups. And the dream is to, hopefully we'll see him a lot more, get some good results in an offline tournament like GSL or maybe a DreamHack or something.
Yeah, I would hope so. And this is one of his, especially because if you recall last week, he actually made an incredibly deep run, and oh my god,
he made it all the way to the finals, and that was a nice quick reaction there coming out from GyulzzinG, and a Minds Do Burrow. All right, only 2 probes go down, and funny thing is that Buddy, since he sent his medevacs towards the natural, he is not looking for scouting information right now, and you can kind of see why if you look back home.
Yeah, he's going for, as we do see, there are already 3 racks. He's working on his upgrades as well, looking to go for this big push. Typically, by this point, you would see like a 3rd CC on the way instead of this extra production. So, yeah, Bunny looking to be a little bit more aggressive this game. Really nice positioning from GyulzzinG. Like, he was able to, you know, help, like, he was in position to deny the medevac, but, you know, the drop did happen anyway, but he only lost 2 probes. So, you know, decent defense so far by our South Korean Protoss.
Yeah. And one thing that's actually pretty crucial from that medevac coming in from natural doesn't see this Robo Bay. Buddy has no idea Disruptor's coming his way. He has no idea that GyulzzinG is taking a bit of a page out of Probe's book and trying to go for some Disruptor drops to the PVT.
Yeah. I mean, I would say Probe is more of a Colossus kind of guy, but like
he is, to be fair.
Yeah, regardless, like we do see this, you know, GyulzzinG being a little bit cheeky here, sneaking out this tech, and oh my god, he's going for the.
He's going for a Colossus.
Okay.
Wait, did he cancel?
Wait,
the Disruptor? No, he didn't. He made 1 Disruptor, and now he's going into Colossus.
Oh god, don't run into the army!
He is starting to run into them, but that is why you get Warp Prism speed.
Okay. He's able to save. I was worried that the worst case scenario was about to unfold there, but yeah, he is able to keep his Disruptor. He does spot the army as well, so he will be able to, you know, be in position for this. But I mean, he's gonna have 1 shield battery here. Maybe he can buy some more time for that Colossus to come out.
And that's entirely what he has to do right now. He has to be threatening with this Warp Prism without losing it, you know, throw out a couple of Purification Ovas just to keep this Bio Army back. The mines are borrowing again, like, 1 at a time. That's 3 for one of them, and that's 6 for the other. 9 probes go down. And the mines still left! The Warp Prism goes down! Beautiful kiting coming out here from, or not kiting, rather, hurting coming out from Buddy. And with only 1 Colossus and not that many Gateway units, Buddy, I think it will still be a bit tough considering how many force fields GyulzzinG potentially would have, but he can absolutely do it, especially considering the positioning right now. GyulzzinG, you're about to lose the 3rd base, buddy. Exactly. You have to take this seriously.
The multi-pronging from Bunny was absolutely insane there. Bunny even, as oh my god, he was able to drop, he was able to kill off that Disruptor as well. Now he's just diving on top of the Colossus.
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say I was getting a little bit worried because he wasn't targeting the Nexus as it recalled, but in the end it did not matter at all. Bunny wanted those units to be in an unfavorable position, and he takes it 1-0 in this best of 3 series.
Oh my god, that was so unfortunate for GyulzzinG. Like GyulzzinG, his own like attention was split there. Like he was like, oh my god, this is a drop, I have to look away, and then in that moment, like Bunny just pounced upon that Warp Prism. Like that was beautiful.
Absolutely, such a clean execution coming out from our NV Terran. Not Pult, and in fact Pult was an NVS, but no, I'm talking about Bunny.
Now you're saying it. That's gonna be his new name. Oh god. You know what? You know what it is? It's just because in the back of our minds, like we know that like Bjorn, he's that, back. And also, you know?
Exactly that, and also because they're actually in the same GSL group. They're going to be the last group
oh my god, really?
in the round of 24. Yeah, it's Bjorn, Bunny, Parting, and I believe it was. I don't remember who the last Protoss player was, but it was a Protoss player. I want to say Deer, but I don't think it's Deer.
I mean, Deer announced his retirement, right? I don't think he played in the qualifiers.
Yeah, I don't think so. But we will try to figure that out later on. It could have been rain, but maybe I have a feeling it's not rain. We are now on to Death Aura LE. LE, of course, standing for Liquid Engine. In the top left-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the top left-hand corner map, the orange Terran player come down from the land of South Korea. He finally has a free Monday to show us specifically what he's got in store. Representing Team NV, we have Bunny.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Team GDA. It is GyulzzinG.
I just looked it up, Light, and I cannot believe he slipped my mind. The other Protoss player in Group F, was it? Yeah, in Group F of this season of GSL, mate, it's Patience.
Hey, oh my god, that group! I remember
It's
because
gonna be such a sick group.
yeah, I remember they were discussing the group on the Pylon show, and they're like, I don't know what's gonna happen because Patience, he just throws everything up in the air.
Exactly. He is a madman. He has no fear at all. He's gonna stare at Bjorn, the player who took out some of the top players in the qualifiers. That's a gas steal.
That's a gas steal. That's not just a gas steal. We've got a Pylon down here as well. We've got another probe waiting to throw down something, whether it's a Stargate. Oh, wait, is this going to be a Stargate? Is this going to be... Oh, we've seen this
That's
in TvP. It is. Oh.
We see this so many times in TvP, and I think the important thing to keep in mind here, Light, when it's Terran... Oh, Reaper does scout it. Okay. But yeah, I was going to say, when it's Terran, a proxy Stargate, annoying, but not the end of the world. You know, gas stolen, it's bad, but you can kill the gas geyser and get your own gas a little bit late. When it's both in conjunction, it is absolutely deadly if unscouted.
Yeah, and you know what this is? This has been coming up very much so in the latest patch because we saw this in the DreamHack qualifiers. This is a proxy robo build that has recently been popping up, and Terran players, they've been struggling a lot against it. Like, we've seen a lot of good Terran players in the NA and Latin American qualifiers like die to this, and here we go, the Void Rays coming out. There is a shield battery, going to be a couple of shield batteries actually, and I mean, there's not enough DPS here to stop this from happening. Like, it's gonna come out.
Well, potentially, as shield batteries, I believe that a shield battery that's being healed might not be able to heal another shield battery. Not too sure about that one. But yeah, one that shield batteries has gotten low, but Adept has been able to chase away, and now that the bunker's out, this is gonna be a little bit tricky. Not gonna be too difficult, I've got to say, for a Void Ray with some shield batteries, but
like,
okay,
you watched
that.
Yeah, you watched that bunker completely melt.
That seriously.
I mean, he was right. He could have, yeah, he could have definitely pulled that. He could have pulled some SCVs to help repair it as well. But yeah, he thought that he was fine with the bunker. Evidently not. He was not. And the Void Ray, the first Void Ray is already out. The second Void Ray is about to pop out as well. And honestly, I have not seen this like stopped. We'll see if Bunny can be one to do so.
Yeah, well, the Cyclone is going to be coming out, but the important thing is that because of the gas steal, this is going to be Bunny's only Cyclone for a good long time. He has to be so careful with his micro here not to lose it. He cannot afford to back that Cyclone into a corner.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if that Cyclone goes down, like, that could be it here for Bunny. And at the moment, he's been locking on, which is good. But again, like, because of those shield batteries, the Void Rays are just back on out. The Marines are going to be going down as well. There will be a second Cyclone out soon, though, and that's going to be key in Bunny, like, holding this.
Absolutely. 2 Cyclones can absolutely stack. And that's some pretty good kiting. I love the Venn diagram on these lock-ons. Still not going to be enough, but yeah, now GyulzzinG really has to take the defense, or Bunny's defense, seriously. He knows that 2 Cyclones can do a lot of damage. So yeah, he's just being a bit more conservative with this, which, to bear in mind, is not the wrong thing to do.
Exactly, because the longer this goes on, the more Void Rays are coming out, the more shield batteries are being thrown down. Like, this is gonna start to snowball, and I feel like the more Void Rays there are, it scales a little bit more than the amount of Cyclones that pop out. We'll see if Bunny's able to pull something off here.
3 Cyclones versus 3 Void Rays. Who has a better anti-army DPS light?
Oh.
And the Cyclones, can they do it? They do take out one of the Void Rays. Do that a couple more times, and Buddy, he is on his way.
Yeah, I mean, that did cost him a scan, but that was absolutely necessary to take out that Void Ray and to stop this from snowballing too much, right? Like, that's what he needs to focus on right now. And
absolutely. The medevac is now out, giving Buddy a lot of micro potential here.
Another one.
No scan goes down, but GyulzzinG is able to evade that. A shield battery, though, being taken out. Yeah. And this is looking a lot more solid for Buddy now that there are more units out. 4 Cyclones.
Yeah,
now that, you know, Buddy, he's got to do this intelligently. He cannot run his units. He can't just A-move his units, but yeah, it's absolutely doable for him now.
He's done it. He's broken him. Now that there are only 2 shield batteries, I mean, sorry, 2 Void Rays, like, there isn't enough here. And we see more lock-ons coming in. The other Void Ray does go down as well. And slowly but surely, Bunny, like, he's getting some momentum.
I'm not sure if you noticed that, like, but earlier, Buddy actually using the Marines to tank a couple of Void Ray damage. Now, Marines have light units, meaning that Void Rays, they do nothing against them.
Yeah, it does take a while, right, to chunk them down. It's kind of like what we see with Immortals and like Adepts, for example, or Immortals and Marines even. But yeah, we do.
Liquid alignment.
Exactly.
But hot pickups coming down. Bunny, he is juggling so well, and honestly, his Marine count is good enough that, you know, as long as GyulzzinG doesn't fight within shield battery range, which he was doing a little bit there. Buddy, I'm so impressed. He was just so patient throughout this defense. And now he's got the units that he needs, even throwing down some Vikings. Because you know what? Why not? And a little more DPS can't hurt.
To be honest, what's like amazing is that getting that medevac first before the Viking was so important, because without it, like, he would have lost 2, maybe 3 Cyclones already. Like, if it wasn't for that micro able to hot pick to like lift them up and save them from the Void Rays. So it was so smart to get that out.
It was either he lose those 2 Cyclones or he get kept back in his base and allow GyulzzinG to build more Void Rays like that. So Bunny absolutely made the right choice there. He knows that the Vikings are expendable, so he's fine with losing them. Targeting down the Void Rays of the Marines. He knows that the Stalkers are not the main danger right now. These shield batteries are quickly running out of energy, and with no Nexus in sight, there is no overcharge available to them. This is looking like the end. Like, GyulzzinG, no natural base either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was completely all in. He was investing in all those shield batteries and everything, and now, slowly but surely, there's only one pylon here powering everything, a handful of Stalkers. Like, sure, GyulzzinG pushes Bunny back, but Bunny, he's on 2 base economy. He's even getting a 3rd CC behind this. My god.
And building it on position. He does not care whatsoever. He's like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? You're going to send your Void Ray into Cyclone range just to attempt to take out my 3rd base? Nah, mate. I'm taking you out right now.
Exactly.
And you're not going to do anything about it. Void Ray's taken out. And that's going to be it. GG is called. And I do have to apologize. I have DreamHack. I have ESL B on my mind. But I think I forgot to do that last series.
I was about to say, I don't think you did it last series.
Yeah. Alrighty then, GG is called. Bunny, you're showing a very slick time in game number 1, and in game number 2 showing a very solid defense. He is going to move on to the quarterfinals, to face
Solar.
His opponent yet? Solar.
Mate, things have just really lined up for us. Like, it's just game after game after game. We're like, all right, let's go.
Notice we have 1 PvP today.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially we'll not see another one. In fact, if we continue on this way.
Mate, don't jinx us like that. I mean, I did.
Well, no, because the only other possible PvP is Stats versus Cyan.
True. Or
Stats versus Firefly.
Oh my god, Cyan 2 so patience.
We have 1 more PvP, potentially. We might not even get that PvP out. Yes, Cyan 2 up patience.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at that and I was like, oh, that could be a good series to start off our night with. Especially going into stats, potentially patience versus stats. But Cyan looking really strong today.